Today, we're diving into a law firm that's really trying to break the mold. It's called Blue Ocean Law, and it's built on this pretty fascinating business theory that, well, aims to make its competition almost irrelevant. So let's explore how they're pulling it off. This question, and it's pulled right from the firm's own stuff, it really gets to the heart of the problem they're trying to solve. I mean, think about it. When you picture a law firm, what pops into your head? Probably something really traditional, maybe a little intimidating, and odds are it looks a lot like every other firm out there. This is what they call the sea of sameness. Now, to understand their solution, we first have to get a handle on the problem, and it's defined by this term, the red ocean. In business strategy, this is basically a market that's just saturated with competitors, all fighting over the same limited pool of clients. The legal industry, yeah, with its traditional structure, it's a textbook red ocean. Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start by really digging into the sea of sameness. Then we'll unpack the whole blue ocean strategy. From there, we'll see how this one firm manages to operate in both worlds, take a look at their innovators toolkit, and finally, explore what a reimagined law firm actually looks like in practice. All right, first up, the sea of sameness. Let's talk about the traditional challenge that makes a whole new approach so necessary. At its core, the sea of sameness is really just fueled by good old-fashioned head-to-head competition. Most firms are running the same playbook. They offer slightly better services, maybe specialize a tiny bit more, but at the end of the day, they're all chasing the same clients in the exact same way. And that's what creates that bloody red ocean environment. So if that's the problem, what's the alternative? Well, that brings us to the theory that gives this firm its name and its entire mission, Blue Ocean Strategy. And this is the big idea, the light bulb moment. Instead of fighting your rivals for a piece of the existing pie, Blue Ocean Strategy is about creating a whole new pie. It's about innovating to open up brand new markets where there literally is no competition. You create what are called blue oceans of clean, uncontested space. This slide just frames the shift in mindset perfectly. It's not about being better than the competition. It's about making them totally irrelevant. Instead of just fighting over the customers that already exist, the goal is to create and capture entirely new demand. It's a complete, fundamental change in perspective. But what's so unique about BLUEOCEAN.law is that they haven't completely tossed out the old model. Instead, they've built this hybrid system, which lets them operate in both oceans at the exact same time. And this just illustrates their dual approach brilliantly. Clients get to choose. On one side, you've got the Blue Ocean mode, a 24/7 self-service digital platform with automated documents and AI tools. And on the other side, you have the Red Ocean mode, traditional lawyer-assisted services for the really complex stuff, where they collaborate with solicitors and barristers. It's kind of like a pick-your-own-adventure for getting legal help. So how do they actually pull off that blue ocean side of the business? Well, it's all about the technology. Let's take a look at the pretty impressive toolkit they've managed to build. First, the sheer scale of the resources is just massive. We're talking over 700 pages of legal information and tools, and it's all accessible through their website and their app. This is all about empowering users with information on a scale you just don't see anywhere else. Then you've got the automation. Over 350 different legal documents that can be generated instantly. Now, the key here is that phrase, embedded lawyer logic. It means these aren't just simple fill-in-the-blank templates. They are dynamic documents with actual legal expertise baked right into their code. And this is where their strategy of value innovation really starts to shine. They offer almost 600 resources for free. So why do that? Because it completely lowers the barrier to entry for getting legal help. It builds a relationship with potential clients by giving them immense value up front, which in turn creates a whole new kind of demand. Underpinning all of this is some pretty serious tech. They have a private AI called Titan Lawyer, advanced passwordless security, dozens of legal wizards that guide users through processes, and a secure digital vault. I mean, this is a tech stack you just don't see at your typical law firm. And if you're wondering if this tech is just a gimmick, look at this number. Their AI has already reviewed contracts containing over 7.5 million words. That's a massive amount of legal work, and it just goes to show you the real-world application and power we're talking about here. So we've seen the theory and we've seen the technology. But what does this all actually mean for the client? Well, that brings us to our final section, the law firm totally reimagined. A huge part of this reimagination is pricing. They're ditching the dreaded billable hour for things like fixed fees and subscriptions. The source actually calls it Netflix for law. A flat fee for a whole library of services. The crucial benefit for the client? Predictability and value. No more surprise bills. But does this new model actually work in those really high-stakes situations? This testimonial from a client named Sherry Wilson, it speaks volumes. She was facing a really complex and stressful family law dispute, and she calls the firm life-saving. This really shows the human impact of having an accessible and effective legal partner on your side. And here's maybe the most radical part of their entire business model. They have no marketing budget. Zero. Instead of spending money on ads, they reinvest it all back into the client experience, relying on word of mouth and over 90 client testimonials to grow. Their product is their marketing. Which leaves us with this final, crucial question. Is this hybrid approach, this blend of powerful, accessible technology with traditional expert counsel when you need it, is this the blueprint for the future? Is this how you finally escape the sea of sameness and create a truly new wave in legal services? It's definitely something to think about.